Hi all. Since some of you seem to be struggling with the Picture Lab exercises, I thought I would do one for you. So the one I'm going to do, these are the ones that 3, 4, and 5 that I'd like you to do. I'm going to do the challenge exercise here, which is explore water JPEG, the picture in the images folder. Write a method, fix underwater, to modify the pixel colors to make the fish easier to see. Create a class static method to test this new method in your class picture tester. Be sure to call the new test method in the main method in picture tester. All right, now before we do that, a reminder of what you're doing here. So there are already a bunch of methods in the picture class. And what you're going to be doing is using those as a template. You're going to copy, paste them, change the name, and make some changes. So for instance, there's this zero blue method. And what this method does is it creates a two-dimensional array of pixels, objects, called pixels of pixel objects. And it does this by calling the getPixels method. You don't need to, this is not something, there's nothing complicated about getPixels particularly. You just need to use it, right? This creates this two-dimensional array of pixel objects, and each of the pixel objects have a bunch of methods, and you can look at the pixel class to see what they are, right? And one of the methods you can do in the pixel object is to set the color, either the blue, the red, green, or the blue, right, to a particular value between 0 and 255, which is how computers handle color, which you should have gotten from the reading. Okay? So each of those red, green, and blue, each of those color values can be between 0 and 255. And the combination of those three determines the color that's displayed. All right? So by here setting the blue to 0, you're going to, it's going to basically remove all the blue from the photo. Okay? That's just done by these nested loops, right? You always use nested loops when you're working with a two-dimensional array. This first loop is moving down through the rows, so row by row, right? And then this is moving, each of those rows is an array, right? So this inner loop is moving cross, is moving cross through the pixel objects in the array of objects, pixel objects that is each row. So each row is an array of pixel objects. So we're moving across through that array. All right. If you're not sure about that, go back and review some of the videos I made about two-dimensional arrays. But it's you should be quite clear about that. Okay, so let's look at what we've got here. So this is Picture Tester. Right, so it has a bunch of methods down here that are already there, and you just uncomment the one that you're working on and comment out the others. That's the easiest way to do it. So I uncommented test fix underwater, right? And then I added a test fix underwater. And how did I do that? I just copied one above it, pasted it, changed the name, and changed the picture that we're working with. In this case, we're working with a picture called water. So we're going to make a new picture object called water. Here's where we actually make it. Then water.explore will open a window and we'll show that object. Now we're going to call, for that picture, we're going to call fix underwater, which we're going to write in just a second, or I'm going to show you in just a second. And then once we've modified that picture, then we're going to open it again in an Explore window. All right? So here is fix underwater. Right? And I got, I just copied an existing method like the one I showed you before, zeroed the blue method that's up above here and just copied it, changed the name. This stays the same. This basically all stays the same. Now all I'm doing here is I'm creating setting color equal to the pixel object dot get red. So this is going to do this for each pixel in the picture, right? And I'm multiplying it times 6 because if you enhance, because water tends to filter out red. So to make the fish more visible, which is what the program asked you to do here, we're going to enhance the red to sort of counteract the natural filtering that water does of the color red. So I'm multiplying it times 6. Right? You can play around with how much to multiply it by. Then I'm setting this particular pixel object, right? I'm setting its red to the new color value, which I just calculated. So its old red color value was 10. Now its red color value is going to be 60 because I'm multiplying times 6, right? And it's doing that for the red value for every pixel in the image, right? So now let's compile this, and just going to call the main method because the only uncommented method is the fix underwater, so that's all that's going to be run. So there we have it. That's the first Explore window. That's the picture, the raw picture. And then here's the one where we've upped the red at each pixel by 6, right? So you can see that, right? At 0, 0, at that pixel, the red is now 192. In this one, it was 32, right? So multiplied it times 6. And that's it, right? So the pattern, I hope that makes clear the pattern. If you do have questions, if this wasn't enough, please get in touch with me and let me know, right? I'm happy to go over this with you individually. Okay, thanks.